Armada Village Council meeting will now come to order. Will everyone rise for a pledge of allegiance to our flag? As soon as the old man gets up.
We'll wait for it.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone.
Marvin, if I might, if we just take a minute to remember the victims of Milford and this past weekend's tornado tragedy.
Very good. Now, we do have some tragedies, which is very unfortunate at times, and we really have to think in deep prayer for all involved. So we'll have just a moment for the Oxford School. Thank you kindly. Roll call, clerk, please.
Clark?
Here.
Sledge?
Here.
Ballard? Belkey?
Here.
Conan?
Yes.
Shaw?
Here.
Wallach?
Here. Approval of the agenda. What's the council's wishes, please?
Mr. President, I'll move the agenda be approved as presented. Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. At this time, this floor is open for citizen comments. Anyone like to address the council at this time? 3 minutes. State name for record. If not, we'll move on. There's no presentations tonight. The administrative reports, be the commissioner liaison reports, if there's any. On November 21st, code enforcement report is incorporated in your packet, and the commissioner reports to council by Belkey is also in.
Mr. President, Doug is here from the plant. And you're
Oh,
just
wait.
here?
I'll wait till the end.
No, you don't want to wait till the end.
Okay. During this past month, starting first of the month, we had the sewer lift station pumped out. It had a great accumulation of grease in it. At the same time, Metro pumped out the backwash holding tank next to the water plant. That had to be pumped and hauled off because of the fact of arsenic that's in the water. So that was taken care of. As far as the construction is going, the only thing really the plumbers have left is they're waiting on a coupling to attach some valves for decant. Other than that, we have punch list items. The painters are coming back out, touching up. We've got a final walkthrough with Sorensen Gross on Thursday, go over all the punch list items. They've leveled and started putting the grounds back together with the understanding they're coming back in spring, reseeding it, do the final grade, and everything will be complete on that. Listen, other than that, everything, they're anticipating everything being done by close of business on the 31st. They've deployed, they've taken trailers out. The last thing they have to do is demobilize the plumbers. They've got 2 storage units that are on site. They're in the process of packing them up and moving them out. So beginning the first of the year, we anticipate the plant being complete. And that's all.
Very good. That's a good report. Very
I like
good.
it.
Got to stay for food, Doug.
Yeah, so,
Gotcha.
any more?
Yeah, I've got my usual laundry list. I'm just going to start at the top. There's a copy in the packet. Steve and I are going to conduct a F&B contract review of the management of the wastewater treatment plant, the waterworks. Remember, it's a combined contract, and this is just a contractual requirement. So Steve and I will have a chance to beat on Blair, who represents F&B, about any issues that we have on contract performance. That's going to be Wednesday. From a water chemicals perspective, our water system is now well balanced, and it's I put in here providing textbook sampling readings. The readings are in the sweet spot that Eagle just loves to see. I think this is largely due to efforts of Wally Mencavage, our operator in charge at the water plant. Really seeing great readings coming back, and that's awesome. We continue to do maintenance activities and make improvements in water treatment or the village water system, to include the water treatment plant and the well houses. We've got 2 of the 4 drum scales installed, and we get the second 2 installed this Thursday on the 16th. We also have A and B alarm coming out to look at our alarm systems for the water treatment plant and the well houses. So a lot of maintenance activities underway. I worked with Mike to get the Buckaroo into the park. I'll let Mike talk about that a little bit. Oh, incidentally, there's a picture of the drum scales. Apologize, it's black and white, ran out of color ink. You can't really see it much, but it really does help the operation down there, and it should negate the need to call out the DPW on the weekends to put 330-pound drums of chlorine up on a plate scale, which we had, which is difficult to do. Now you just roll them on there. It's really easy. So F&B should be able to do that on the weekends with no problem. I've got Roe, our village engineer, reviewing the estimated cost of the arsenic detention construction project. If you recall, we're going to kind of re-kickstart that. That had been shelved for a while. We're going to start that back up in January. Eventually, it's going to wind up with a bid package and for the arsenic detention facility, the new one. And what we're trying to get is a updated price. Most of that's going to be paid for through the ARPA funds that we got from the state as part of COVID relief. I did work with Jason, sorry I spelled Jason's name wrong in the paperwork, Jason Gamby of the Township Board, to secure a resolution of support for the Heart and Soul Initiative. The Township did pass that, 5 in favor to 0. So we've got both a resolution of support by the village and a resolution of support by the Township for that initiative. It's about an $80,000 activity over a period of about 18 months to 2 years. It's not a fait accompli yet, but it appears to be going to be supported by the Orton Family Foundation and 4 County Community Foundation, fully supported by those guys, and I would anticipate a start sometime in the early part of next year. I did meet with 4 County and Michigan Heart and Soul coaches from Michigan to discuss the project, and probably nothing more required there. There will be, at some point in time in the early part of the next year, a community information session just to kind of cue in everybody as to what this is all about. I did get a updated cross-connection program summary. We had 3 businesses that were in a shut-off status. All of those are no longer in a shut-off status as we've been able to work through the issues there. And the final set of business inspections will be probably in the February-March timeframe, and then the remaining things will be just double-checking businesses that had issues to ensure that they are now in compliance, and that'll take us up through to July. So once we get to July, we will have all of the village businesses, approximately 91 businesses, that will have been inspected for cross-connection problems and any issues resolved. They will all be in compliance, should be by that time. So great progress there. I did, this is not on the sheet, but I did have an opportunity to talk to Lance Holweg. Lance owns property between the trail right-of-way and Depot Street, and then he also owns some property on the other side of Depot Street, on the northern side of Depot Street. For a long time, we've been trying to get a spur off of the trail to Church Street. And so the Church, Burke Street connection between the trail and the township park, once that is done, we will have a single route that gets bicyclists, walkers, horse riders, anybody walking on the trail, to anything that's in the village and up to the township park. And Lance has agreed to that. I can't remember the gentleman's name that was here about 2 meetings ago. He works with the state on recreation, and I've talked to him about it. At some point, Jeff will probably talk to you a little bit about it, but I think because it's Lance's property, it might be an easement with the state and Lance. I don't know that it needs to be with the village. In any case, he has approved it. So a few things to do there, but I think that that's awesome. That will give us that single route through the village to the township park, and it connects everything. More to follow on that, and last but not least, I did talk to Kathy Dinkins. Issue at the last meeting was Fort County holding money, disaster relief money for the village. And again, the only reason why they're holding money is because I trust them. There were some very well-meaning people that were collecting money, but you have, as Michelle said, you have no idea what they're going to do with the money. Fort County would take any money in that was donated, and they would keep it in a fund, and then they would be able to report on it. They have $534 sitting in a fund. They have indicated a couple times they're really looking for the village to tell them who to give it to. They, again, are not going to disperse it. They're just holding the money. They would give it to another 501c3 organization like the Lions to disperse the money. So that's what's in their account. That's what's available for disbursement. And Michelle, I'll just talk to you about what we want to do. I would suspect we just give it to the Lions, and we can either set some criteria up, or they can come up with some criteria and disperse the money.
Do you know if anybody else that was collecting money gave them their money?
I have no idea. The only thing that I said is that I advised a couple people that I would not collect any money. I would, if you're gonna, on behalf of the village, ask for donations, I would have them send it to Fort County, because again, I trust their bookkeeping and the fact that they'll keep it
for sure,
and manage the money versus going it into
I just know there were a few Jobos.
Billy Bob Joblow's account. Who knows what that is, right? So
Okay.
$534 has come into the account. That's what's available for disbursement. Fort County would like to get rid of it, frankly, and get it back into the community. But that's what's in there at this point in time. And then once the money's dispersed, I'll close that out.
Right.
Subject to questions. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. President, I do have a police department report.
Yes, Mr. Ballard?
I've received a police department memorandum from Chief Mike Patrick. It says, quick update on the truck. He has communicated with the salesman at Signature Ford last week, and he indicated the new police F-150 should be at their dealership between the 16th and 20th of this month. So that's going to probably put us, I'm going to say probably mid-January and possibly ahead. Also, as far as the action report, they had traffic related, and traffic stops was 59. There was 1 assault. Assist was EMS was 6. Assist other agencies was 5. Suspicious situation was 6. Civil dispute was 1. Dog and animal complaints were 2. Disturbance was 1. Alarm open door was 1. Domestic disturbance was 2. Lockout was 2. Death investigations 1. There was no runaway juveniles in town. Damage to property was 1. Mental distress situation was 1. There was no mischief. Miscellaneous calls for service was 12. Missing persons located 1. Officer initiated activity was 9. Lost and found property was 1. There was zero thefts and 1 fraud case. And as of December 7th, 2021, the miles on the patrol car 431 for $67,836. And on the 432, which is the truck, is $74,338. That's it.
Thank you. Has he talked of getting bids for a new Explorer?
Not as of yet.
Because it's close to 70,000.
Okay. Yeah.
That is usually the recommended mileage
Okay.
to
Very good.
start, because of the delivery dates may be extended.
Yes.
So maybe we should, start looking at that.
Okay, real good.
Real quick, Mr. President.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else has seen it, so to avoid any other confusion of DPW services, Dave is drafting a letter here that will be put into, along with the water bills upcoming here in January. Is that the next one? Again, and it just outlines what it is, the time of year it is, and then any contact information if needed.
Nice.
So again, what we want to do is avoid any confusion with residents not knowing. I've asked also, we can put this in the mail if there's something we want to put on or could put on the website, or else put it in the window
We could do
for
both.
those that don't yet, or both. That kind of to me would round out our ability to communicate to everyone. But
Almost.
You always say
Yeah.
Okay, on this too.
more the merrier, there, Chris. So
Yeah.
it's
oh,
good.
that's very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mike, were you gonna update about the park? The Buckaboo,
Oh, the Buckabout?
Buckabout?
Buckaroo.
What is it? A Buckabout? What is it called?
It's really a buckabout, is what they, I don't know. There's
I don't know what you guys
different
call
manufacturers,
it.
different names,
Okay.
but
Well, we did put it in the park, I don't know, about a week ago, week and a half. And Ross was there and I was there and the 3 DPW guys. We had a little trouble putting it together, but it's there now and
And it looks
it's
cute.
functional, yeah.
Does.
Those seats, just each seat was $700 for that, so,
Wow.
yeah.
It's cute.
But it should be a lot of fun for the kids.
I think it would be great fun. Remember, this thing sat in the DPW for 30 years.
Yeah.
Minus, well, it had wood seats at the time. What it was called Farmer's Folly at the time. And the village sent it out for scrap, and I bought it for $50. And Mike and I got it re-outfitted, and it's in the park, and it looks like a lot of fun. We got a picture in there of the crew sitting on it, and they didn't break it, sitting on it, and I think the kids will have a blast.
Very good. Thank you, guys.
Yes, very good.
So the trees that you see there in that other picture are supposed to be removed. Most of those trees should be, I thought they'd be removed already, but we're supposed to be removing them. Because as you see there's not much of that left now. They just look like,
So that was part of the bid?
no, that's a separate bid for those trees. That's, what's that?
Oh, the tree guys?
Yeah, I can't think of
Tree
it.
guy, Chris?
Chris and
Chris.
Dahlia,
Yeah. Joe did. Okay.
Yeah, Dave's been talking to, I know that. I thought they were gonna already be cut down. And they're not planning on putting the new trees up, as far as I know, talking to Joe, until, the spring, right, is what we're thinking?
They're looking to see how dry it's gonna get this week into the first of next week.
Okay.
So the problem last week was they couldn't get the semi that was actually hauling the trees
yeah.
and the spade equipment in.
Right.
It was too wet.
Very good. Nothing else, Mike?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, good. Thank you. Consent agenda. Approval of the regular council meeting minutes of November 22nd and our payment of bills. What's the council's wishes, please?
Mr. President, I'll move the consent agenda to be accepted as presented.
Support.
Then was supported by Ballard and Clark. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Old business, we have sewer plan update. Is there
I
anything
really don't have anything
additional?
else to add. Doug pretty much said it all, so that's very much so looking
You're
forward
getting your
to,
money's worth.
yep, having everything get back to normal down there.
Good, so we're gonna have money left over then?
I don't know yet.
No such
I
thing.
still have a roof to put on the place, so that's gonna be coming
And
up.
see, that's the important part that I'm very well versed on. Saving
Excuse me,
money.
Steve, have they gotten back with you on the bid for that electrical line?
Yes, they did, I just got it today, so, I'm gonna okay that, so.
Okay, good, thank you. We have no new business, apparently.
Nope.
Up and coming agenda items, is there any?
We'll be bringing the bid back for,
The
the
pickup.
truck, yeah, pickup bids. So if anybody else wants to put one in, it'd be 2 weeks.
Wait a minute.
The old Ford,
The
the
The old Ford
DPW.
DPW truck.
Oh, okay, yeah.
red one.
Okay, gotcha.
But you're
Wait
selling
there
your
for a
new,
minute, geez.
Oh, sorry, Lyle, I didn't mean to do
So
that.
everyone remembers, we're taking the gray one, which is the police vehicle now, and we're gonna transfer that to the DPW.
Yep.
Just as a reminder,
Okay, good idea.
so that'll save us, some money from getting a new one for that department. So, and it's in good shape.
When we, I've got a question, when we decommission the other truck, do they take the graphics off of it? Are we got graphics to put on for the DPW?
I think they'll take the DPW, I think it's just a magnet, isn't it? They'll just take it off and
Well,
put
they
it
got
on.
a sticker thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if it takes, that isn't that much.
Okay.
No, when that's sold, we want them off.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah,
When it's sold, we want them off.
yep.
Oh, you have to, yeah.
No
Yeah.
chance of anybody escaping,
Yeah.
riding down the street. All right, very good. Citizen comments at this time. It's open again, the floor. No comments. Council comments. None. Any special events in the community coming up? No? We don't have a closed session
Santa
tonight?
comes to town this weekend, I
This
think.
weekend?
Yeah, I think the Santa helicopter
Okay.
comes in.
That's sponsored by the Armada Lions Club.
The 18th, Saturday.
So, everybody coming out and enjoy Santa Claus coming to town. So apparently they are gonna give a little bag of goodies to the kids. That's what they've done in the past history. So I'm gonna entertain a motion for adjournment. It is 7:24
I so move.
Second.
by Mr. Cronin. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.